when we say Nigerians are tired, this is the exact thing we are talking about. You can't come and all the time be shouting, social media is the cause, social media. What are you trying to cover? What are you trying to cover that all the time you are always here complaining about social media, this social media? What are you covering? Well, now you finally been served what you are looking for. Watch this.
Yeah, the Sultan of Sokoto recently made a statement that Islamism is not to wrestle for power, but to bring good governance. The good governance people are enjoying in Sokoto now, the good governance people are enjoying in the north, the good governance of massive corruption, the good governance of hunger that have ravaged everywhere in the north, the good governance of lack of education that is all over in the north. You people send your children to the best school in the world, but deliberately refuse to educate your people. Rather, indoctrinate them with religious bigotry, indoctrinate them with religious mindset. It is high time for the Northerners to know that your leaders does not care about you. They use you to play politics with their religious bigotry, that you have no benefit. They talk about Sharia law. Sharia law is for the poor man. Which rich man in the north that is looting this country dry that they have used that Sharia law to execute? It's only poor people that they give all these Sharia law agendas. What has poor man done to humanity? What is poor man's offense? That everything in the world is about poor man. Rich man, they know they touch him. It is high time for the Northerners to know that we are victims of criminality by some tyrants and brainless who that call themselves politicians and leaders. Politicians from the north, politicians from the south, politicians from the east, politicians from the west. So it is high time for us to know that we are victims of this criminality. And it is us that will come together, unite and survey our country from the hands of these people. It is high time for you people to separate religion and state. It is high time for people to separate religion and state. Give your people good education. You educate your children, you people give your children the best education in the world, but deliberately refuse to educate your people. Nobody hates the Northerners more than the so-called Northern leaders. And they will tell them their enemy is the Southerners, their enemy is Southeast, their enemy is Southwest. But why they are the enemy of Northerners? It is high time for the Northerners to wake up, that we are suffering together and there is no need for us to fight ourselves. Don't allow your criminals that call themselves leaders to hijack your brain to make you believe that they are fighting for you. They don't care about you. You are suffering daily on your own. They're creating security for you. They try to make sure you don't grow. They refuse to educate you. You think they care about you? They don't care. They are living in luxury with themselves and their family. So it is high time for the Northerners to know that we are suffering together and we need to come together to salvage this country. Revolution is the way. Revolution is the way.
The Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Sultan Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, CFR, I greet you, Sultan, sir. Your Eminence, sir, there is problem. Sultan, sir, the Nigerian youths, your children, need your urgent attention. And our dear Sultan, we are not only calling upon you because you are a traditional leader, but because you are a very senior spiritual leader in Nigeria. In fact, you are the leader of the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs and the leader of the Jamaatul Nasir Islam. Our dear Sultan, sir, Nigerian youths are in crisis. We need an enabling environment for all of us to thrive and live up to our God-given potentials. Our dear Sultan, sir, we cannot afford that our fathers like yourself should be quiet in the face of injustice, insecurity, hunger and starvation, and all of the problems that are facing and bedeviling your children, sir. We are not only calling upon you as the only Islamic cleric, but also every other Islamic leader in Nigeria. But because you are the father of fathers, we will begin with you and mention some other Islamic leaders in the country. Our dear Sultan, sir, it is the Holy Quran that says, in I think 4 verse 135, he said, believers uphold justice, that we should be bearers of truth, whether it is against us or your parents or your kinsmen, whether it is against the rich or the poor, because Allah is more interested in their welfare than we can ever be. Our dear Sultan, sir, what kind of injustice creates the kind of hunger and poverty that is going on in Nigeria, and are we truly upholding justice as Islamic and religious leaders? What kind of justice and leadership brings about the kind of insecurity that have plagued the whole of the country? The north where you are, out since 1960, out of the about 16 presidencies or leaderships we have had, about 10 of them have come from the north. If you remove the former General Yakubu Gowon, who was the only northern Christian, the rest have been northern Muslims. Our dear Sultan, how has it translated to the development of the persons and the betterment of the lives of the northerners? How can we sit down and watch an entire region become the headquarters of insecurity with all manner of groups, all forms of poverty, people living in multi-dimensional poverty, people living without access to drinking water in 2025? Out of the more than 20 million out of school children, the North alone accounts for more than 12 million of that number. Our dear Sultan, sir, are these statistics okay? Is this the kind of justice that we need in this country, that the Holy Quran and Allah has instructed all of us to uphold? That is why we are coming to you, our dear Sultan. We are begging and pleading. The Nigerian youth have gone to drop a petition because we have identified that we need to fix our elections for us to be able to pick competent leaders who have the interest of this nation at heart. We have dropped one petition with the Senate President, one with the Honorable Speaker. We gave them 30 days countdown, which will end by 6th of June. Our dear Sultan, we do not need you to come out to join any protest. We only need you to lend your voice of support. We have placards that carry the inscription, "We support free and fair election in Nigeria." Our dear Sultan, I am on my knees begging you, sir. Just hold one of the placards and say you support free and fair election. Let the world and the leadership of Nigeria know that you truly stand for justice as a religious leader and as a father in this country. Our dear Sultan, please help us and hear our voice. Any Islamic leader you know, please tag them. Pardon my pronunciation for anyone that I may get wrongly. Every sect, every Islamic sect, whether Sunni Islam, Shia Islam, Sufism, Ahmadiyya, Nasfat, Ansaruddin, the Emir of Kanu, Your Royal Majesty Sanusi Lamido, Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi, Sheikh Ibrahim Ibn Saleh Al-Husseini, Sheikh Ahmed Abubakar Gumi, Kabiru Gombe, Sheikh Aminu Ibrahim Daurawa, Sheikh Isaac Pantami, former Minister for Communication, Alhaji Muhyiddin Babawa Ajani Bello, Alhaji Abdullah Kimbode Badegeshi, Sheikh Muhyiddin Samo Hussein, the Chief Imam of Ofa, Sheikh Rufai Abdullah Salati, Sheikh Adepoju Yusuf Olatunde, Honorable Dr. Abdulaziz Abdul Hakim, Sheikh Dr. Sulaiman Farouk Oniki Jikpa, Sheikh Dawood Abdul Majid Alfa Anla, Dr. Abdul Razak Abdul Majid Alaro, Sheikh Mohammed Rabiu Adebayo, Sheikh Professor Ibrahim Makari Said, the Chief Imam of Abuja, Professor Lakin Akintola, Professor Ishaq Oloede, the Registrar for JAM and Secretary General of the Nigerian Council for Islamic Affairs, Sheikh Imam Abdurrahman Ahmad Olarewaju, Sheikh Dr. Nasir Kabara, Sheikh Mohammed Tar Bauchi, Honorable Justice Adam Abdullah Al-Ilori, OON. I beg you in the name of God, every Islamic leader that you know, for those of you who are Muslims, Baba Awa, you people should help us. Stand up for the truth. That is what Islam is about. You say it is a religion of truth and justice and peace. We must move from just mere words to action. Are you in support of fake and rigged election? Rigged election is stealing and is injustice. And the Holy Quran rejects and forbids it. Why should our leaders keep quiet when that kind of injustice is taking place? Please join us and call for the reform of INEC and electoral reform.
The Sultan of Sokoto, there is no place for Sharia law in Yoruba land. Understand that your jurisdiction is in the north. You are the Sultan of Sokoto, that is in the north, not in Yoruba land. We have Oni of Ife. We have Alaafin of Oyo. These are the people we hold in high esteem. These are the people we, just like you, in the north. They will not come. The Alaafin of Oyo, for example, the Oni of Ife will not go to the north and tell you guys what to do, particularly the law you should operate. Understand that the law they operate for Yoruba land, now circular one, so that there is no superiority, particularly in religion, Christian, Muslim, traditional worshippers. We are all the same. If you commit any atrocity, they take it to the courts, and it is the courts that will decide. The law is uniform to everybody in Yoruba land. We understand that in the north they have Sharia law. You can't bring that to Yoruba land. You can't bring this unity. We have been existing together as one family with different religious beliefs for years. Don't try and plant disunity with this your advocacy, sir. When this Sharia law started some months ago, They allege that the backers of this law, they are from the north. They sponsored some of the Lebale law or the Lebale law in Yoruba land to push this Sharia law. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto has come out to say Sharia law should be in Yoruba land. Our Ooni of Ife will not cross his jurisdiction. Alaafin of Oyo will not do the same, which is one of the reasons why Yoruba people should understand why Seyi Makinde did not elect the other Alaafin of Oyo candidates that the Oyomeshi we are advocating for. You guys should understand this. Oh, can you see the people of the north? They are planting moles in our system to push for what is alien to our laws. Our law is secular in nature. Alaafin of Oyo, Ooni of Ife, they understand this. They will not say, oh, because they practice. The former Alaafin of Oyo was a Muslim. He believes in short, he was buried Islamic way. He never advocated Sharia law. He respected that space, freedom of religion. Because if you are bringing Sharia law, we understand the bodies of Randi. During Ramadan fast, they will tell you this is a Yoruba Muslim space. Don't come and eat publicly. Christians should not come and eat publicly. African religion worshippers will not come and eat publicly. We don't want this unity. In the north, they respect Sultan of Sokoto. Talking back at him may be perceived as insult, but if you come to Yoruba land, we will talk back intelligently. And if it's perceived as insult, it is because you are becoming a meddlesome interloper in another.
There is this press release letter from the Sultan of Sokoto. I don't know why the Sultan spoke nothing at Yoruba Muslim affair under one unconstitutional organization formed by minority ethnic Muslim, from the north. First and foremost, who made the Sultan of Sokoto the custodian of Islam in southern Nigeria? I need to understand, because I don't know. You are everywhere in Yoruba land, from the Ogbomoso issue to the Alaafin issue. Now Sharia law again. Is this what our Yoruba brothers and sisters who practice Islam want? Can't you see? This has nothing to do with Islam at all. No, it's not about religion. That is why we are asking you to wake up. They want to use this organization and Sharia law to achieve their aim. There is nothing like the Nigeria Muslim Council. If it is for Nigeria, it will be rotational, south to north. This organization was never constitutional to start with, and is not backed by any legal framework. It is even an organization registered under the CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission. You call it Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Commission, but the leader is always the Sultan of Sokoto. Yes, from 1973, another one took over in 2006, and you are saying it's for Nigeria. No, it's for the north. Why can't the Muslim in the south lead also, if it is indeed for Nigeria? No, keep your monarchical organization to yourself. This is to tell you, Yoruba Muslim, that is not an organization for you. This is not. The born to rule mentality is still alive. Why can't the leadership be rotational if indeed it is the Nigeria Council of Muslims? You are deceiving our people by claiming to fight for the right of Southern Muslim under an inherently biased organization, with the Sultan of Sokoto from the north always holding the leadership position. It's a monarchy system. Wake up! Can't you see it? Wanted to replicate what they did in northern Nigeria in southern part also. They know what they are doing with this organization. They know there is no supreme law or constitutional framework that back it. Yes, let them come approve it and explain it. So in the north, they first established Sharia law, and they used Sharia law to back this organization in the north, which made it legal under their customary law of the state. They did this to back the organization and make it more powerful. This is what they wanted to replicate in the west, and that is why they are backing